Hello and welcome back to Arabella Dances. The troop costumes are finally here. It's a big package this time. So this means it's the costume unboxing part 3 as we've been working towards this moment where we have costumes for the whole troop. So it's been quite a journey. You can check out my unboxings part 1 and 2 to see how we've arrived at this point so far. But I'm now going to open this package from AliExpress, which has got, I think, 3 costumes in different sizes. So I'm really interested to see how the sizing works out, because obviously in my dance troupe we are a complete range of sizes, from sort of really tiny to really cuddly, and we all want to look beautiful in our costumes, and we all want costumes that fit us. And AliExpress has historically been really tricky with the Asian sizing, but I'm really hopeful that we've got good sizes, that I found a supplier that does kind of do the X and the XL and triple X, and I think they went up to 6XL, I think, and I think you could even order a custom size. So this is really exciting. Without further ado, I'm going to take my trusty sewing scissors and very carefully get into this package. So yeah, I love these scissors. They are super sharp, but I want to make sure I don't nick anything inside. Right, I think that's enough to get in. So yeah, so this came really quite quickly. I was really impressed with how quickly it came. I think probably within 2 weeks, which is pretty good, because I think some of these have been made to order. Some of the smaller sizes came more quickly because other people in the troupe have ordered their costumes separately, and they came, I think some of those came within a week, but I think these were about 2 weeks. I'll have to check that. But yes, let's see what we've got here. Well, lots of rhinestones coming out already, I can see. Anything else in the package? Yeah, so we've learnt from before, you've always got to check the package. Well, they're all the same colour. That's the first thing I've noticed. So the colour's really true and is coming through in all the materials. So let's see what we've got here. So we have a 3XL, a 4XL, I don't know if you can see that, and a 5XL. I don't think that really means anything. That probably, the 5XL is probably kind of a UK 18 maybe, so a fairly average size. But I'm really excited that they're here. So I'm going to open the 3XL first, because this one's actually for me. Originally I'd ordered a 2XL. On the supplier, on the sizing guide, on the costume supplier that I bought these from, they had the measurements for the small, medium and large, and then it went to XL, and anything beyond there, it didn't actually give the chest, waist and hip measurements, so it was quite a guesstimate. So I guesstimated at a 2XL, which you'll see me trying on in the part 1 and part 2 videos. When I tried that one on, I got quite a bit of cracking on the skirt, and I felt that the top was just a tiny bit too short. So someone else in the troupe is going to have that one off me, because it fitted her perfectly. Let's see what we've got here. And I've gone up a size. So they sent me some little free hair bobbles, which is quite sweet. Personally, I prefer free earrings with my costumes, if any costume suppliers are working. So I've got a little... excuse me, I've got a little service card and the different styles of costumes they've got. Oh, I've got a free bag. That's actually quite nice. Didn't get that with the last costumes. That's quite nice. I can put the costume in there afterwards, although I have got this bag. So look, I can already see that there's lovely sparkly ABs. They're really catching the light. So let's see what we have here. Wow. Ah, this is really the main bit of the work on the front there. This rhinestone is really big. I can already see actually that is slightly bigger than the one that I had before. I think that will sit on me much better. Oh, I'm really excited to go and try this now. So I've got the same thing. I've got the little safety shorts underneath, but we've already found out that these ones need an extra big pair of briefs underneath them as well for an extra safety pant, because even with the 2 layers, this mesh fabric is still quite see-through. I've got the garters, so they look really good as well. So they're the same kind of size. They've got a little clip there, so you can either step into them or clip them around your leg after you've put them on. So you can put them around and clip them on behind. So I think these are going to fit really well. Ooh, can't get that done up. Okay, let's see, a bit more fiddly than I thought. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So that's going to fit nicely. So that's good. Okie dokie. So that's the skirt. And I do love this colour. It's a really beautiful colour. Now let's see the top. Now, oh, unfortunately, I seem to be missing a rhinestone just here. That's a bit of a shame. Let's have a look in the bag. Has it fallen out in the bag? No, I don't think so, but I can probably find a rhinestone from somewhere. So we've got the same design with this sort of cross across the chest here and up and over the shoulders. Now that top, straight off the back, doesn't look any bigger than the one I had before. Or maybe it is slightly. Maybe it is slightly underneath. I'm going to have to try that one on to see, but that looks quite similar, but it's got the same lovely little off the shoulder design. So right, okay, so let me go and try those on and see if I get the cracking thing with the sewing and the skirt, and see whether this top is any bigger, and then we'll have a little look at the others at the next sizes up. Actually, let's do that. Let's do the next sizes up first. So that's the 3XL. So we've got that one there. So let's compare the sizes. So I've got my spare bag. Now let's look at the 4XL. And take that one out. Now this top definitely looks a bit bigger. Yes, I think that is definitely a bit bigger. Let's compare that with the other top. So let's see. Okay, so now that's really interesting. Yes, that's right. Yeah, put the bigger one underneath. You can see that that's a bit bigger around. So yes, there's definitely a bit more room around, so it wouldn't be quite so tight underneath. The length, let's have a look here. So just comparing the middle of there to the middle of there, and yes, the 4XL is a little bit bigger, as you would expect. So it does seem that they're making them in a bigger size, because sometimes I have fallen foul in the past where I've ordered big things in bigger sizes and they've come through and actually it was really a one size, and they've just changed the labelling and it's been a bit naughty. But actually this looks like it's been made really well. Let's compare the third top in the next size. But again, as I say, you know, this one is 5XL. These are all really good with the sequins here, no problem at all there with the not the sequins, the rhinestoning. So that's all really good. But again, you know, you wouldn't describe this in the UK as a 5XL size. That looks to me maybe a size 18, something like that. But let's just lay these together now. So we've got the biggest one there, Then the next one, yes, that is a bit bigger. And then there's the third top. So let's put that on. Yes, and that one's bigger again. So that's now making the three XL top look small. So I do think these sizes still come up small. So I would say, you know, don't be afraid to go and order, you know, a 3, 4 or a 5 XL. Don't think that they're going to be absolutely massive. They're not. They're still not that generous. So now I don't want to get these muddled up. So let's have a look now at the 5 XL. Now that looks, oh, this one's got some stretch in it, which is really good. So I think that would probably fit me, but it would probably stretch to people bigger than me as well. So I think that's pretty good, and I like the amount of fabric that you get in the skirt, and again it looks really long. So let's just compare. I'm getting in a muddle now, all these wonderful costumes. So I think this one was the 4XL, and then I'm going to just pop my 3XL on the top here, and we can see how that's looking. Right, so let's pop that on there. Oh yes, definitely. Oh, that's really good. Well done, AliExpress. You've really taken on board feedback from customers about sizing. So you can clearly see the one at the back is really quite a bit bigger than the one at the front. So they definitely do go up in size. So you are getting what you pay for. I paid a little bit more for these than the standard sizes. So there's small, medium and large. I think they worked out around about £28 with all the taxes and the shipping and the bits and bobs that get added on. And I think these were around sort of 35 to 40. They seem to sort of vary a little bit. Actually, I think the most was 38. So yeah, so a little bit more. But actually you are getting quite a bit more for your money. Let's see about the lengths. Yeah, they do seem to graduate in lengths as well. So the bigger one is a little bit longer, but because you've got this lovely mesh here, you can take these wonderful sewing scissors, and as long as you can cut a straight line, so lay it out carefully on your sewing table. Maybe I would probably get a ruler and mark it along so it's even all the way along, and then you can cut carefully along and it won't need any edging or sewing. And then you've got a spare bit of fabric which you could then use to make a headband. You could easily put a bit of elastic through there and have a headband going this way or this way, and then you're already starting to jazz your costume up a little bit. Right, so I'm going to go and try on my new 3XL costume. I'm really excited to see what that looks like, and you can let me know in the comments whether you think it fits me better than the first one I had or this new one that I've got now. Well, I have to say I am so pleased I went up a size. There's just a little bit more room in the waist. I didn't get the cracking of the thread that had been used to sew it together, and there's a bit of stretch and a little bit of give, and it's a bit more comfortable. And this is got just that little bit more length that it's actually fitting underneath my bra as it should be, so my bra is not showing. So as you can probably see, I've got my new bikini bra on here. I decided to make the straps go back over the shoulders rather than into the halter neck, because I didn't want to detract from this bit of decoration here. I've got my headband that I made from my bikini piece. So I'm really pleased that I decided to go for a bigger size costume. The only thing is that the costume is way too long for me. You're probably not going to be able to see that from here, so I'll change the camera angle and you can see just how long this costume is on me. Well, here I am in my costume, and oh my goodness, look! Look how long it is. It's literally dragging along the ground. So it's, yeah, it's quite nice if you were dancing in shoes. So yeah, if I was on my releve, it would probably be quite a good length. But as you can see, I'm sort of catching the front of the skirt under my toes, even when I'm standing on point there. So I think this definitely is going to need a trim at the front. So I'm definitely going to do that. And then the back, I think really I need to just sort of practice dancing in it a little bit just to see if I'm going to step back, which you can see there. Yes, I'm going to step back and catch quite a lot of the costume. Look at all that costume I've caught underneath my foot. So if you dance regularly in shoes, I do like to see a longer skirt and a longer costume. I think the line looks really good, but at the same time, I've done that so many times before, caught my heel in the back of my costume, and sometimes it gets really stuck and you get more and more stuck as you try and get it out. So I would say from experience, it's worth adjusting your costume to have the right length. But I'm really pleased with how this looks, how it feels all around here. I feel much more comfortable. It's only an inch or two difference to the last one, but I feel really good and really comfortable in this costume. I love the little vintage sleeve here. I love the way that the skirt looks. I love the way that all the movements are going to look in this costume. So let me show you a little bit more from the troupe choreography that we're working on. Again, I'm doing it without music because I don't want it taken down because of a copyright claim. Let's try a few spins in the costume, see how we look. So I've gone ahead and pinned the skirt up a little bit at the front and back there. So if you just compare the two sides, there's all this trailing along the floor on this side, and I've taken this back just to floor length if I stand up properly. So you can see here how much I'm going to need to take off. So it's a good sort of finger length on the front, and the same on the back. But as I was saying earlier, that's going to give me enough for maybe some arm wrists, or maybe I can make a bigger headband, or maybe some ankle cuffs. I can always get some rhinestones and decorate those up to match. So I'm really excited now that I've unboxed these costumes to give these other two to the other two girls in the troupe. So hopefully in the next video, I'll be able to make a clip of all of us dancing together in our costumes so you can see how beautiful they're going to look together on stage. So if you've enjoyed this journey and you want to support my small channel here on YouTube, please give me a subscribe, please give me a like, because I am trying to grow the channel so that I can keep bringing you more of my belly dance adventures. Look forward to seeing you in the next one.